appears ordinary till you see the core side of it.
And what you're looking for is the story behind the news.
We bring it to you from Lagos, the commercial capital of Nigeria.
Giving you all sides and political stories round the clock.
Every detail from the start line to the final whistle.
CoreTV News, expanding your view.
Hello there and welcome to CoreTV News on the hour with me, Sabena Izuku. President Goodluck Jonathan has just received the PDP presidential nomination form at the party's secretariat in Abuja. He was accompanied by a number of ministers and personal aides. Party leaders describe President Goodluck Jonathan as a humble man who deserves a second term because of all what he has achieved in office. We'll bring you more on this as the news progresses. Former Central Bank of Nigeria and Emir of Kano, Muhammadu Sanusi II, has held a closed-door meeting with President Goodluck Jonathan in Abuja. This was after a larger meeting that involved senior members of the Kano Emirate Council that accompanied Sanusi to a presidential villa. On the president's side was Vice President Amadi Sambo, National Security Advisor Sambo Dasuki, and Foreign Affairs Minister Aminu Wali. Details of the two meetings have not been disclosed to the State House correspondents, but presidency sources say both men have ironed out differences that led to the removal of Sanusi from the central bank. The police authorities have withdrawn all their personnel attached to the Speaker of the House of Representatives, Aminu Tambuwa. This, according to police spokesman Emmanuel Ojukwu, is as a result of his defection from the People's Democratic Party to the All Progressive Congress. The police insist that the decision is in line with the constitutional provisions and cited Section 68, subsection 1G to back the move. The national leadership of the All Progressive Congress has formally received the Speaker of the House of Representatives, Aminu Tambuwa, as a party member. Party chairman John Odigio Yegun presented the nation's number 4 citizen to the party delegates at Special National Convention in Abuja. He also introduced 5 party members who have indicated interest in getting APC's presidential ticket and secured a commitment from them to campaign with decorum.
It is a mini convention, but it had all the trappings of a major political event. And coming few hours after Speaker Tambuwal's defection, it was not surprising that the APC rolled out the drums. Party chairman John Odigo Yegun formally welcomed the Speaker and described his defection as a major blow for the ruling PDP.
Welcome, the Right Honorable Aminu Tambuwal, the number 4 citizen of this great nation. Number 4 is already with us. Number 3 is going to be in the park in February. Number 2 is also coming. And finally, one of these great men who have declared themselves as aspirants for the office of president. One of them is going to be your president next year.
For the Speaker, who had long before now been hobnobbing with the opposition, it was a meeting of like minds.
It is an honor and privilege to join you all today at this special convention of our great party, the All Progressives Congress. I'm really glad to be part of the APC family.
The party also formally introduced individuals jostling for the right to fly the party's flag next year. Only former Vice President Atiku Abubakar was absent, but a new face was seen among the crowd of aspirants, Governor Rochas Okorocha.
One of these great men who have declared themselves as aspirants for the office of president under the platform of the APC. One of them, General Buhari, the governor of Kano State, the great Kwankwasia, the governor of Imo State, our great friend, Nda Azaya, and of course, the former vice president of this great nation, Alhaji Atiku Abubakar GCOA. One of these people, watch them closely, I'm going to call them on the stage later. One of them is going to be your president next year.
Our intention, God willing, is to secure this country and efficiently manage it. So God help us.
Let me say to all of you, my brothers and sisters in this great party, that President Jonathan is not a problem of APC. Let me say to you, needless using any words that is uncomplimentary against him. The only problem of APC is the ability to produce a votable, acceptable candidate that can defeat PDP in 2015.
The mini-convention was called for the party to amend its constitution, and when the affected clauses were tabled before delegates, the proposals scaled through unanimously.
Your Excellencies, ladies and gentlemen, I, Honorable Abike Dabiri Erewa, from Ward E, Ikorodu local government area of Lagos State, the state of excellence, hereby seconds the motion as moved by Senator Lawal Shuaibu. I so second.
At the end, party leaders expressed hope that the elective convention slated for later in the year will also be as successful.
Was, however, not without any incident, as two sets of delegates from Abia State engaged in each other in a free-for-all. Plastic chairs and iron rods were used in the course of the clash just as the event began. President Goodluck Jonathan has assured Abuja indigents of a ministerial slot and a top civil service position in exchange for the support at next year's election. He made the pledge at a meeting with a delegation of indigents and traditional rulers from the Federal Capital Territory. President Goodluck Jonathan solicited the support of the original indigents of the FCT for his re-election bid, while promising to build on his development efforts in the territory. President Goodluck Jonathan again is to back up his interest in a second term in office by collecting the nomination form of the People's Democratic Party on Thursday. Presidential spokesman Ruben Abati disclosed this at a news conference in Abuja. He also revealed that the PDP governors, transformation ambassadors of Nigeria, and a number of individuals and groups contributed over 98 million naira to enable Jonathan pay the required 22 million naira for the form.
Groups and communities who have sent donations and made pledges to assist him to pay the required 22 million naira for the PDP presidential nomination fee and expression of interest form. He acknowledges and accepts with immense gratitude the following donations and pledges that he has received from a broad spectrum of Nigerians. Mr. Kennedy Ikenna Odueme, 5,000 naira. Mr. Izemagu Sunday Nnamdi, 10,000 naira. PDP governors, 22 million naira. Gombe Youth Vanguard for PDP, 500,000 naira. Yamahu Deba Goodluck Support Group, 200,000 naira. Coalition of Gombe Support Groups for Goodluck Ebele Jonathan, 2 million naira. Hina Youth Coalition for Goodluck, 500,000 naira. Nigerian Women Pray for Jonathan, 1 million naira. National Association of Widows, 100,000 naira. National Council of Women's Societies, 500,000 naira. Female members of the PDP Board of Trustees, 500,000 naira. Joint Association of Persons with Disabilities, 100,000 naira. National Association of Market Women, 500,000 naira. Community Awareness and Development Network, 1 million naira. He assures the donors that he will continue to do his utmost best at all times to fully justify the great confidence they have placed in his leadership.
Kano State Governor and Presidential aspirant of the All Progressive Congress, Rabiuka Kwansu, has collected the party's nomination form. But unlike two other aspirants who had picked their forms earlier, Governor Kwansu did not show up at the APC Secretariat with a bank draft or check. Party officials confirmed that payment was made through online transactions. The governor disclosed that 27.5 million naira came from donations from his associates, who are also prepared to fund his campaign. He also used the opportunity to assure APC leaders of his readiness to accept the outcome of the forthcoming primaries if he fails to pick the party's presidential ticket.
As we are concerned, the four of us who have so far shown interest have agreed to work together as a family. This aspiration, and I'm sure even aspirations of other aspirants, is not a matter of do or die in this party.
Because of the determination of this party to ensure change in this nation, we amended our constitution yesterday to make it possible for any deserving son or daughter of this nation to come into our party.
The defection of the Speaker of the House of Representatives has continued to generate reactions. There's more on this and other stories after the break. Stay with us.
From time immemorial, women have birthed life, shaped character, and by extension, influenced the society. Moremi of Ife, Emoten of Benin, Queen Aminat of Zaria, all women of influence and power.
Whether it's before election, after election.
How ironical. Women being so powerful, yet have few grounds in decision making.
They see you as a wife, and I see you as a wife to a man.
We are talking women in politics.
A woman will be bold enough to stand up and say, I want to become president of Nigeria.
Only on CoreTV News.
Welcome back to the news. For more information, you can reach us on our social media platform on facebook.com/CoreTV News and on Twitter at CoreTV News NG, on YouTube, youtube.com/CoreTV with a space and the news. The defection of the Speaker of the House of Representatives, Aminu Tambuwal, to the All Progressive Congress has not ceased to generate reactions. In Osun State, diverse opinions by party officials of the two major parties, the PDP and the APC, have trailed the defection. Rashid filed in this report.
Sir, there has been reports around of you dumping PDP today. When are you declaring your presidential ambition under the APC?
Yes, that is not part of this interview.
That was the one of the many questions asked Tambuwal when speculation was rife about his intention to defect. However, the rest they say now is history. The ripple effect of Tambuwal's defection is now a subject in political circle as members of the PDP and APC in Osun State have taken expected positions on the development.
Tambuwal should be manly enough and should be honorable enough to resign not only the speakership of the House of Representatives, he must have to vacate his seat as a member representing the Tambuwal Federal Constituency of Sokoto State in the Federal House of Representatives.
Can only go to court and declare his office vacant. They can't do that on their own.
The law does not give them such a power. You can't use police to arrest him. Yeah, it's not a criminal offense. You can't just speak. You can't use a political fiat and tell him vacate your office. You have to go to court. Let the court pronounce it so.
The party stalwarts, who are also lawyers, give different interpretation of the law on Tambuwal's defection from the PDP to the APC.
The only proviso is that the only opportunity that can be available for that to happen is when there's a division. And I tell you, PDP remain one rock-solid, indissoluble family, the largest political party in Africa.
You can defect under certain conditions when there's a division in your party, when there's a crisis in your party. And everybody knows that today, PDP is a crisis-ridden party, crisis-ridden. And that crisis has shaken it to its roots at the national level. So, for anybody to say there's no crisis in PDP today, it might be blind. For Wole Folaranmi, a civil activist, the defection of the speaker is for the progress of the national cause.
The way the number 4 citizen has been conducting himself at the National Assembly, I mean, particularly the House of Representatives, has been very nationalistic. I think his deflection must have been informed by a very nationalistic issue that, well, it means well for Nigeria.
So what are the overall implications of Tambuwal's action for the polity?
We had seen this thing coming long before now. It's unfortunate. He has beaten the finger that fed him. Therefore, there must be a fresh election. We are waiting, and the game has just started.
The highest of it is the defection of the speaker. That's the first time in Nigerian history. And it is sending a signal to the PDP, to Jonathan, that they have to vacate. It's sending a signal to them that his time is over.
It portends good dynamics to a progressive, from a conservative party to a progressive party. It's good signal that 2015 we're going to have a very interesting political play out.
The move, which has been tacitly described by some political observers as a clever one, considering its timing and the subsequent adjournment of plenary, is bound to result in more drama ahead the 2015 general elections. Rashid, CoreTV News, Oshogbo.
And in Imo State, the National Secretariat of the All Progressive Grand Alliance came alive on Wednesday as some governorship aspirants from Imo State showed up to collect their nomination forms. Issues ranging from unemployment to security were key areas the aspirant promised to look into as the party strive to reclaim Imo State. The aspirant argued that Okorocha's administration started well but later lost focus.
My major areas of focus are just 5 simple points. Education, which I said Imo State will be a state that will export education. 2, agriculture. 3, health and environment. 4, water supply. And last, security. It's not that you cannot do other things, but these are the 5 major areas. People ask me what of road building. I said the road building is a function of government, and none of these 5 will work without good roads.
This is the time for professionals with credible track record of proven ability, competence, conversant with global best practices in the management of men and resources to step up to the plate and aspire to leadership positions.
The World Health Organization says there's been a decline in the spread of Ebola in Liberia. There's more on this after the break. Stay with us.
You can now watch CoreTV News live from anywhere in the world on our website www.coretvnews.com. Click on Live TV on our website and watch us live.
And welcome to CoreTV Primetime Days.
To follow us on Twitter, click on Twitter icon on our website. On Facebook, click on the Facebook and YouTube to see all our previous news production. You can also watch us live on YouTube. Click CoreTV, leave a space, then News. CoreTV News, our 24-hour news station.
Welcome back. The World Health Organization says there has been a decline in the spread of Ebola in Liberia, the country's hardest hit in the outbreak. The World Health Organization, Bruce Ewald, said it was confident the response to the virus was now gaining the upper hand. He, however, warned against any suggestion that the crisis was over. He said the new number of cases globally was 13,703 and that the death toll to be published later will probably pass 5,000. The figure of 13,703 is a significant leap on the previous World Health Organization situation report last Saturday, which showed cases rising above 10,000 for the first time to 10,141. But Ewald, the World Health Organization Assistant Director General, said that this increase was due to data being updated with old cases rather than new cases being reported. Saturday's situation report put the death toll at 4,922. Liberia Red Cross said its team collected 170 bodies last week, down from a high of 315 in September. Treatment centers also have empty beds available for patients. Ewald said there had been a huge effort to inform the population about the disease to change the behaviors that put them at risk. And that's it on the news on the hour. Do join us at the top of the hour for more. I am Sabena Izoku, and thank you very much indeed for watching.